Hello everyone, it is Pat with our Oracle card reading and message for these last days of October, taking us into the beginning of November, so the 30th through the 7th of November. I hope you're doing well and having a great week. I've had to bring the reading inside because it's been a bit blustery and rainy and wet here where I am, and so just don't have the atmosphere outside right now that we usually have. Anyways, so as I usually do, I start by picking a Archangel Oracle card to see who's overseeing us this week in the Archangel realm, who we can call upon for help, what the theme is, the message is for the week. So, given the way our video is set up for today, I've gone ahead and picked a card already, meditated and picked a card. And the angel that we have is this one, Azrael, with the message of comfort. Now, Azrael is the archangel who, he helps us with loss and with grieving. And he always shows up with this message of comfort, when people have passed. When they've gone from, the physical into the spiritual realm, they've passed on. And, for some of you, I know there are people who I know personally have recently lost someone. So it just signals that this may be a week where that loss is really kind of hitting them harder. The reality of it is sinking in upon them, okay? Because sometimes, when people pass from an illness or it's sudden, we're more immediately immersed in the having to deal with the details and take care of things, and our strength comes to the forefront to deal with what we have to deal with. But then after that's kind of gone by and the reality sinks in on us, that's when our grieving really comes to the surface and we find ourselves really missing that person. And so Azrael comes in as an angel you can call upon for comfort. If your grief is keeping you awake at night, if it's making it difficult for you to do things, he provides a level of comfort for you. And he also does, I find, show up when there is, someone about to pass, or, when things, it may signal that there may be more things that happen in the world this week where, unfortunately people die from tragedies or earth events or things like that. He shows up when things like that are about to happen also. So I don't get any strong hits about, whether something definitely will. I know it's Monday and a lot of things have really come out in the news and about people and things, the lights, as we get closer to Halloween. This is very much the time of year when the veil is the thinnest. So, we're remembering our loved ones who are close by, who have passed recently. There are those who are passing, and the light's just, shining on things that have been going on that were previously hidden. So a lot of things are coming to light, okay? So Azrael is here to help bring comfort to us. And it doesn't matter what kind of loss it is, it generally, I find, speaks certainly to the loss of people who are close to us, maybe an old friend, someone who's in our age group that we went to high school with or something, and it really kind of hits us in a way that, it just hits us, I guess is just the way to say it. It impacts us. But it can also be any kind of loss. It could be a financial loss. It could be in that you lost a job. Azrael shows up when there is a need to comfort and heal from something that we've lost, okay? So, and that's the message on the card. It says, I'm with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal, okay? And, so if you find, feelings coming up that, you're thinking of a loved one who passed some time ago and something sparked a memory, it means that there's more healing that's going on for you. For some people, this may mean that you're providing comfort to someone who has, lost someone close to them or who's going through a difficult time. Azrael also helps us to act as the counselor, but he's an angel you can call upon whenever, if you know someone who's lost someone very close to them, you can call upon Azrael to help you find the words or the right gestures to comfort that person, okay, and act as sort of an instrument of heaven in that providing of comfort. All right, so let's go on to the other cards I've picked for this week. For this week's daily messages, I've been calling upon the Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle card deck. So, all right, the card that's come out for the beginning of the week is this one. It says energy work, and it says, life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. So what this says to me is at the beginning of the week, we're really kind of, recovering. We're getting some, maybe you're getting a massage or a Reiki session, or, maybe even taking a nap, or you're doing something to recover your energy. All right. Because maybe whatever went on over the weekend, left you feeling exhausted, whether it was fun activities or some work you had to get done, either around your house or for something else, or you were helping somebody else out, whatever it was that you went through the weekend. I just get a sense that it's left you feeling kind of tired, and maybe it put you out of your normal, waking and sleeping schedule. So the energy work is really about recovering your energy, getting back to your normal cycles and rhythms, and maybe getting some kind of a treatment for yourself where maybe it's a massage, maybe it's some other kind of energy treatment, Reiki or something like that. But whatever it is, it's the beginning of the week heralds the fact that we're getting back to taking care of our body, getting back to our normal routines, and doing what we need to do to recover our energy, maybe getting some more sleep or what have you, okay? So that's what's up for the beginning of the week. And I love the picture on that card. It's that beautiful golden energy. But it's a reminder, too, that we really do need, especially as we get older, we really do need to take care of our bodies to keep our energy up, a lot more so than when we were younger. When we were younger, we can really bounce back pretty quickly. But as we get older, we can go out of our normal routine once in a while, stay out late, what have you, have some fun. But it takes a little bit longer for us to recover. And but we do, need to do that. We need to place a focus on taking care of our body so it can give us the energy and vitality that we're longing to have, okay? All right, so the middle of the week, we have this one, Blessing in Disguise. And the message on this card says, what appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. So, as I look at that card, it immediately brings to mind, some of the things that are going on in the news. We're seeing a lot of stuff getting revealed. There's 2 other government people that just got indicted. There's more people coming forward about with I want to say evidence or accusations or things of sexual misconduct, et cetera, et cetera. The whole story that came out about Harry Weinstein and all sorts of people coming forward about his behavior, that was kind of like the opening of the can of worms. I think you're going to see a lot more people coming forward now, with they're just going to be coming out. And it's going to seem like they're coming out from everywhere. Now, the way I think this pertains to this card is that it says what appears to be a problem is really part of an answered prayer, okay? So when light gets shined on these things, we really can't heal things, just like you can't heal something in your body until you know what it is. You know where the problem is. You see where the problem is until it gets diagnosed, okay? So as the light gets shined on these things, it brings all this ickiness up to the surface, but you can't clean up the dirt, you can't clean up the mess until you can see it. And it's helping us as a society, as a world consciousness to, come to a place where there is better, more respectful treatment for everybody. And, you know, it's just bringing all these things that are being brought to light are part of us, you know, paving the way for the better treatment, the better consciousness that we're looking for. So it's going to help us to establish new parameters of respectful treatment, and, you know, how these things can be brought forward. So it's part of the big healing of the issue, okay, in a bigger way. Now, it can also pertain to you personally. You know, something that happened, if you've, as mentioned with the Archangel Azrael card, if you've lost someone close to you, if you know, lost something of value to you, if you maybe lost your job, it's indicative that in some way, you know, a way that you can't necessarily see right now, this is a blessing for you, because it's bringing something new in. It's forcing you to make changes that ultimately are going to benefit you. In some way, it brings about a blessing. It's hard to see it in the moment, okay? And even sometimes when I get this card, I'm like, oh, you know, don't tell me this awful situation that I'm mad about is a blessing. In that moment when the card comes up, I truly can't always see it. And it comes up in different ways. I have other card decks that, you know, have a message that says what you perceive to be an injustice is really a blessing. But anyways, just take heart, because you will be able to see, you know, sometimes if your car broke down and you got a rental, you know, maybe in some way that rental is a blessing for you, because you maybe had to use it for a different purpose, or it maybe turned you on to a new type of car that you never experienced before that you like better, what have you. There's all sorts of different ways that this shows up. So, but in terms of a worldly way, I feel like all the things that we're seeing come to light right now, it's opening the way for more people who have been treated unjustly to come forward with their stories, and for us to see the parameters of just how far and expansive this is, and for us to change it. And yeah, for us to change it in a more positive way, so people in general get treated more respectfully. So, okay, so the end of the week, we have this card that comes in with joy. And so there's some excitement coming in at the end of the week, something that's making you happy, something that's turned around. And maybe it's because you realize that something that happened is a blessing and you get something better for it, or it's being replaced with something better for you. So, you know, take heart. Oh gosh, I have like my doors are blowing open from the wintry, blustery day that it is outside today. So anyways, towards the end of the week, something very joyful is happening, something very exciting. That's what that card is about. It's joy. It's the woman on the, you know, the dolphin is shown on here for a reason. Dolphins leap out of the water very joyfully, and it's really exciting to kind of watch that. So it indicates towards the end of our week that something very happy, I think, is happening for us, or in our personal lives, or maybe that we see in, you know, the world at large. So anyways, let's see. Let's pick a fairy card to finish out the week. I wanted to finish this reading with a final message for you from the fairy cards. And this is one of the ones that popped out, was be yourself. It says the situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. Okay? It's a really lovely message to end with. So I'm going to do a part 2 to this video, because I know some of you who've been watching the videos like to hear stories of how I work with the angels on a daily basis, how I ask them to intervene for me, and you know, so I have some stories to share with you, and I look forward to doing that. So stay tuned for part 2. In the meantime, I'm going to get this one wrapped up. I hope you have a lovely week. Take care, everyone.